You know, when I grew up, it used to be that an actor would come up and say, "Oh, so you're casting this muscular guy? I can fit the role. Look, I'm muscular. I'm a really good actor. I've acted in several other movies. I can guarantee that I can put butts in seats." But nowadays, I'm witnessing the trend of like, look, I got the skin color. Look, it's the correct skin. Is it in the correct skin? Yes, it is. Like, I deserve. I just like, what more do you need? What more do you need? And this is on my secondary channel regarding another actor, which is upset that he didn't get casted in Mario, saying that, well, you know, they casted too many white people in Mario. Those pesky Asians with their weird IP. You know, they didn't cast a single Asian in Mario, but like they're casting white people, and they didn't cast me. Because, they should have cast a Latinx and a Latina, and then like, okay, that is an argument. There was another individual which played in Mortal Kombat, also similar thing. It's like, oh well, they need to accurately cast the blah, blah, blah. And now we have Leslie Jones saying that it is high time for a black woman to be on the Daily Show. And you know what? At least I agree with her. Like, she does have a point. I think we should have Candace Owens at the Daily Show. You know, even if she doesn't make a single joke, even if she is not funny, even if she is boring, the reaction from certain progressive individual, that would be hilarious. Like, she would bring more humor to the world. I would have suggested Diamond and Silk, but last night I found out that Diamond has passed away. My condolences. But Silk would also be a really great person for the Daily Show, right? I mean, it's high time. We do have a black woman. Now, she is saying that she doesn't mean to disparage anyone else. Well, apparently, if you're an Asian woman, you can't get in because it's time for a black woman. I mean, come on. If you're a Mexican woman, also, like, this is not the position for you. I wonder when America is going to have an institute that researches race, right? Like, and I'm talking from a biological point of view. Because we notice that more and more jobs are for special skin colors. Like, you need to have this, you need to have that. You know, so maybe like they can measure the skull, you know, the bone structure or something like that. You know, because like, what if a person comes up and wants to apply for a position, like for example, Joe Biden wanted in the Supreme Court of the United States a black woman, right? Now, she didn't know what a woman is because she said that she's not a biologist. So we need an institute that can actually research this and figure this out. We need the experts to step in and do these investigations, because like, what if a person, like for example, we had Elizabeth Warren, and she said that she's American Indian, and she proved that like really back down the line there was one person which was American Indian, right? So now this institute needs to decide, like, does she fit the job or not? Because apparently qualifications aren't that important anymore, right? Like, when people talk in public, they don't say, well, I'm a person with a PhD and I have studied astrophysics. No, they're as a person of color who identifies as blah blah blah. Like, notice that those are the most important things. Like, that's the credentials. That's the best foot forward. So like, if we're going to reorganize society based on ethical grounds and equitable grounds, then we need such an institute now, right? The race research or something, or well, call it anti-racism research because it's 2023, right? Like, we need to get a little bit with the times. Designed for a modern audience, as they claim it. So yes, Leslie Jones is coming up, and she's saying why she is the best for the Daily Show. We have this thing in Romania. It's called self-praise doesn't smell right. You know, like, let other people praise you, let other people recommend you. Like how can I? Because the thing is, like, I want to say something positive about Leslie Jones, but I do not feel that I have room anymore because she already said everything, right? Like, there is no compliment that I can make which sounds better than what she said about herself. She made such wonderful compliments about herself that there is no more room for me to compliment her. So I would like it, you know, if people would just stop complimenting themselves so that I can do it a little bit. Because I get intimidated, you know, I don't have such a strong array of compliments. I just have a couple. And maybe they're not up to par. I don't want people to compare me with their own compliments. So this was newsworthy. Apparently she's a comedian, and she wants to be considered as the host of the Daily Show. And she says it should absolutely be a black woman. And I agree. It should be Candace Owens. It would be great to have a black woman on late night. It's time. Yes. I think people are ready for that. there was another very beautiful lady from a Republican, which I believe she was from the Bronx, and she wanted to run like that. I need to look her up because I forgot her name, but she went on CNN. She did really good. Like, I mean, yeah, it is time for a black woman. For a conservative black woman, though, I would have to add. Because, like, they're a smaller minority. Like, you go down to the minority, right? Because, like, the smaller the group, the more oppressed. That's what I understand from the left. So you should, like, go minority, and then, like, a subsection of the minority, conservative black woman. If you can find a conservative black transgender woman, even better. Following Trevor Noah's departure from The Daily Show, apparently she wants to now take place. Many viewers thought that Jones was perfect fit. We don't know how many, but apparently many. How much is many, though? Is it like 100? 1,000? I would say 10,000, but I don't think The Daily Show has that number. You know, like, they don't have that level of audience. The thing is, like, with The Daily Show, it doesn't really matter if it's a black woman, if it's a purple man. Like, it really doesn't matter. Because, like, all of the late-night comedians in the United States, all of them, every single one, have the same opinions, say the same things, have the same talking points. Like, just ask me anything you want, you know, about abortion, gun control. Like any controversial policy, and I will tell you what that comedian thinks about it. And I will be right, 100%. Like, I don't even need I don't even need to tune into their show. I don't even need to know their name. All I need to know is, like, late night comedian, United States. And then you give me a question, like, which presidential candidate they support, I will tell you. Like, how do I do it? So, yeah, it doesn't really matter who you cast. But it's the hubris that I find interesting, and the fact that I can't make a compliment to her. Like, I want to compliment her, but, like, she already did that. She did it herself. And by the way, I noticed that all comedians wear a suit. I think she revolutionizes that. Like, she is probably the first late-night comedian that doesn't wear a suit. Did you notice that? Right? Because, like, everyone else. Trevor Noah wore a suit. Stephen Colbert wears a suit. I don't even know why they wear suits, because it's not very relatable with the public, right? Like, most people don't like suits. But for some reason, they all wear suits. Except for her. You know, good for her. Like, this is a lot more relatable. Like, if I'm sitting in my living room and watching, I can relate with this attire more than I can relate with someone wearing a suit. Everybody, there was a good job, apparently. And people were respectful when she acted. Because she went on The Daily Show for a little bit, right? And apparently she was told not to try to be like Trevor Noah, not to try to be like all the other guys. She should try to be herself. And she really liked that. And apparently, according to her, the audience liked that. And she would like to go back. It's like, okay, but like these types of conversations and negotiations should happen behind the doors, right? Like, it shouldn't be done in public. I'm just saying. And it should be other people promoting you if it's in public, rather than yourself. I guess if she doesn't promote herself, who will, right? Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.